Hi, friends. It's Victor Costa, Peace, Love, and Muscles. Hope you're doing well. People have been asking me, Vic, how do you feel about cheat days and cheat meals and all this? And I definitely think that when you enjoy something and you want to have something that's considered not to be a bodybuilding food or a healthy food or something like that, that you should never really have taboo foods that sort of stay out of your reach completely. I mean, do I think it's okay to have something once in a while? Absolutely, I do. What I'm really concerned about more is the cheat days. And I know people post their epic cheat days and they put these tremendous volumes of food. So they kind of stay away from these things for an extended period of time and then kind of go into it. The cheat meal or the cheat day or whatever, sort of a planned attack on the food, but what it really is a sort of a planned attack on the body. And what's interesting is the deprivation all along, and then all of a sudden this hoarding and this gorging of sort of a massive quantity of something. And sometimes I wonder, guys, really, the difference between what some of these people are posting in terms of health and wellness, right? When we're posting things like massive amounts of eating or competitive eating or whatever, these are really assaults on the body. Sort of just tests of the body, what the body will tolerate. And so, I suppose you could argue that bodybuilding is a test of what the body can tolerate. But we know that when we do this kind of thing, there's a one is setting out to necessarily be abusive and to assault the body. A lot of times we tend to think of the body as all this outside, but we forget that it's comprised of the cells and humors and organs and everything else that absorbs the stress of a tremendous quantity of something, something that is sometimes foreign because you're not used to having it because you've deprived yourself so long. So I want to just put this out there, and I want to remind you that a cheat meal is great. It's a great way to have fun. It's a great way to enjoy yourself. It's a great way to even, believe it or not, get some of the nutrients that you actually lack. Because a lot of us are going so far off the deep end in terms of not having enough saturated fat. That the Institute of Medicine actually recommends that you have a certain amount of saturated fat. Some of us don't even have that in our diets, which is why I'm really focusing on nutrition and diet and things like that. But I want to just put this out there, and this may rattle some folks, and but that's what you watch for. You watch for interesting content. You watch for sound bites. You watch for things that sort of drop down into me, and I think about them and I share them with you. So I wonder sometimes, what the difference is between a cheat day and an eating disorder. In terms of depriving oneself for so long to just go at this food with abandon. And when I say eating disorder, I'm not suggesting that it falls within the identical categories of people who suffer from things like anorexia and bulimia and all those things, or dysmorphia. It's different because it is disorderly eating. It's not organized eating. It's disorderly. When things get that out of hand and that out of control, there is no order to that. In spite of the idea and the concept that you're planning it, this, by definition, of if you were to define what eating is and what order is, this is my opinion would be a disorder of sorts. So I would not applaud that kind of thing. I think that one shouldn't keep things so far away that they become so taboo that when we have them, we wrap our arms around them and have to consume them and have them all at one time. There is something, more normal about just having things like that occasionally rather than deprivation and diving in. Of course, if you're training for a contest or something like that and you're going to stay away from that for a while. But on the day-to-day basis, I would make an argument that you would be better off having one piece of cake every 3 days rather than eating an entire cake and a half on a weekend. The body would become more used to it. It wouldn't be so foreign. It would find some of the nutrients that are actually in the cake that are actually valuable for you, because since you have this penchant for them, there's a good possibility that you actually need them. I'm a big believer in that. that some of the things that you gravitate toward, even if they are quote unquote unhealthy, contain some of the nutrients that you actually need and that you crave. And why do you crave them? Because you actually need them. I believe that. I believe that the body is smart, the body's intuitive, it finds what it needs. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know this video is a little bit more heady than a lot of the other stuff that I do from time to time, but that's why you're here. That's why you're here, to enjoy content and share content with me. So do me a favor and please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching the Vic's Natural channel. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook, and I love it all, the comments. You guys give me an interesting dimension to my life. A good dialogue, something interesting to discuss, and interesting feedback on the way back. And even the bad stuff is still okay with me. I can handle it. I'm a big boy. So peace, love, and muscles. Please take care of yourselves. Love you all. Good health. Take care. Bye.